Hey, how we doing today? Hey, I'm gonna try something a little bit different today. I've been helping some people with music and how to play. Oh, this isn't so much about how to play. As everyone who's worked with me understand, I'm not so much concerned that if you can memorize how to play songs. I'm more concerned that you gain some understanding on how this thing called music is put together, the building blocks. And for me, that's how I look at music. It's Lego blocks. And it's just a matter of me putting the right blocks in the right place to come up with a pattern or progression. And today, that's what we're going to talk about is progressions. And I think I'm going to start teaching more progressions. And try this video format, see how it works. Okay, so when we talk about a progression, that's a pattern of how music flows and how it moves up and down a scale. The key we're going to be working in today is the key of F. And we're just going to work on a very simple melodic progression that moves up and down the scale. And there's a ton of songs that uses this progression. So we're in the key of F. And if you think about the key of F, and if you look at some of the things I've gotten on my site, it shows you the key of F and all the notes that are in that key. So I'm just going to play a scale, an F scale, which is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. All right, so now, when we think about the dominant chords in a scale, the 1, the 4, the 5 are the dominant or the major chords. So in the key of F, we got F, that's the 1 chord. We got B flat, the 4 chord, and C is the 5 chord. So those are the dominant chords in that scale. And to play this progression, that's all you need to know. This is so easy because all we're going to be doing is walking down the scale. And then we're going to do a turn. I'll show you the turn. Okay, so first we're going to start with a single finger and walk down this scale. So the turn. All right, so let me explain that. So I start with F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, back to the C, and down to the F. Okay, we got it. Let's try that one more time. F, which is what? The 1 or the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, 3, 2, 5, and the 1. So now that's the basis of the progression. But what we're going to do, we're going to just add a chord, and really just to make this very, 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 very simple, we're just going to use 2 chords. The 1 chord, which is the F, and the 5 chord, the C. But now what we're going to do, we're going to use different inversions of the chord. Okay, what do I mean by inversions? If I play a chord, let's say the F, F, A, C, that's the root position of that chord. Where you got the F is the 1, that's in the bottom, the A, which is the 3rd in the middle, C, the 5th at the top. Now, if you remember, or if you know that I can mix and match these notes any way I want, and it still gives me an F chord. F, A, C, or I can go A, C, F, which is the first inversion. So I got A, C, F. Or I could go C, F, A, which is the second inversion. So we got root, first inversion, second inversion. Got it? Root, F, A, C, first inversion, A, C, F, second inversion, C, F, A. Okay, now, so why is that important? Because basically that's what we're going to be using to play this progression. We're going to start with the F, F in the bass. Now we're going to go, which is in the second inversion of the chord. Now we're just going to walk that thing down, just like we did with the scale, to the E, but we're going to go change to a C chord. We go to the D, change back to the F chord. C to the C chord. B flat, F chord, A, C chord, slow it down and try a little again. F, C, F, C, F, C, F, C. Pretty simple. But I could probably think of 10 songs that use that progression. Now, a lot of times what they would do on this last one down here where I used the G in the chord, in the bass, and I had a F in the, as the chord, I'll just use a B flat. And back to the 5 or the C. Now, there's a song that, oh, I forgot his name. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Can't think of the artist's name. You know him. But anyway, that song uses that exact same progression. Listen. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and it just won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and it just won't work. Listen. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for the world today. Above him there's no other. Jesus is the way. 2 songs right off the top of my head. Fred Hammond, that's the guy's name. But yeah, and so you see that pattern. It's just a melodic progression that moves up, down the scale. And that's really good for worship songs. You know why? Because worship songs, you want to be able to move and flow. You don't want to have to really think about it. Songs that jump around a lot, you know, it's good for praise and get it going. But for worship, something smooth. You don't want... That's not where you want to take it when you're in the spirit of worship. It's something very smooth and mild. Okay, so there we have it. A simple melodic progression. Work on it, practice it, start it slow. You know, as you get more proficient at playing this, then you can add other stuff to it, because, you know, a lot of things that you hear people play is really a basic progression, but then we just started adding other stuff to it, but the basic progression doesn't change. So let me hear you go practice that. Tell me how you did. You know, shoot me back some feedback to my link, and let me know if this helped you out any at all. All right? Thanks a lot. Keep practicing, keep playing, keep praising.